Here's another one.
Ah yes, the dancing spinoff. A cornerstone of the Persona series since 2015. What was once a weird idea on paper turned into reality. Persona 4 Dancing All Night certainly has a unique take on the Persona series. So, how did this game come to be? What exactly led up to the release of this game? It may seem like a crazy idea on paper, but Persona 4 Dancing All Night is an amazing game to me, and one that should be celebrated among the Persona community. Today, I'm going to tell you all about Persona 4 Dancing All Night's history, its development, and release, and I'll give you a little insight on what Atlus did to make this game a reality. So let's take a deep dive into the history of Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Persona 4 Dancing All Night was announced alongside Persona 5 and Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth during an Atlus event in Japan on November 24, 2013. Longtime composer Shoji Meguro was to return for Persona 4 Dancing All Night, along with Ryoto Kazuka, who would be composing the original music for the game. Dancing All Night would be a spin-off game for Persona 4, which would be a rhythm-based game. It would feature remixes of songs from throughout the entirety of Persona 4's catalog, and it was also announced as a collaboration between Atlus and Dingo. If you don't know who Dingo is, let me just explain right quick. They were the developers for the Hatsune Miku Project Diva games for the PSP. They were very renowned in the music game genre around Japan. The game was announced as an official sequel to Persona 4 and would see the return of the investigation team and a new main character named Kanami Mashita. Before we go any further, let me show you a little snippet of the first trailer that was released to tease the game.
リズムアクションならリビットミーなディンゴとアトラスかなりアーネストこう見えてもストーリーは濃厚正真正銘ペルソナシリーズプレイステーションビータで送る本気の P サウンドアクション
As you can see, Persona 4 Dancing was to retain many elements of the Hatsune Miku series. You would press button prompts as they appear on the screen in various locations. This would present a giant shift in the gameplay that we would see in the final product. During this first teaser trailer, it was revealed that Persona 4 Dancing All Night was going to release on the PlayStation Vita in Japan in fall of 2014. Atlus and Dingo were relatively quiet about the game after its initial announcement. From December 2013 to August 2014, we heard nothing about the game other than an announcement for a Western release of Persona 4 Dancing All Night. During this time, however, we were getting plenty of information about Persona Q and Persona 5. The feeling in the community was that maybe Persona 4 Dancing All Night has gotten cancelled, or maybe there was internal development struggles. Either way, we didn't hear any information for a good 8 to 9 months. Finally, in September 2014, there was a blog post from the game's producer and director. P Studio was taking over the main development of the game. If you don't know who P Studio is, it's an internal development team within Atlus that is devoted to the development of the Persona series itself. The reason that P Studio took over the game's development and not Dingo was because there were quality concerns from Atlus. Atlus was wanting more narrative in the game, and Dingo was wanting to base the game around its gameplay more than its narrative. Dingo would still produce the game alongside P Studio, but they would have much less input on the final product. Around the same time in September, a new trailer for Persona 4 Dancing All Night was dropped at Tokyo Game Show 2014, confirming a delay for the game. It would now be released in 2015. Development still continued on, and there was a dramatic shift in the gameplay department once Atlus had taken over. The gameplay was completely changed to have the button prompts for the song mapped to specific predetermined parts of the screen instead of appearing randomly throughout the screen. Now let's fast forward to February 2015. The Persona Super Live concert was to take place, and it featured a new trailer for Persona 5. Live streams were held leading up to the concert itself. One of the streams, there was a new trailer for Persona 4 Dancing All Night revealed, along with a new release date of June 25th, 2015. During the stream, P4D's main song, Dance, was also debuted. Dance was relatively well received by the community as a whole, and even served as the opening song for the Persona Super Live 2015 concert. On June 25th, 2015, the game was finally released in Japan. The North American version was released by Atlus USA on September 29th, 2015. NIS America published the game in Europe on November 6, 2015. Bandai Namco also published the game in Australia and New Zealand on November 5th, 2015. The game was relatively well received by both critics and fans. The game sold over 94,000 retail copies within its first week of sales in Japan, placing second within the Japanese software sales charts for that particular week. On the Western side of things, the entirety of the English dub cast of Persona 4 reprised their roles for Dancing All Night, with one exception. Unfortunately, due to scheduling conflicts, Laura Bailey, the original English dub actress for Rise Fujikawa, could not reprise her role in Persona 4 Dancing All Night. She was replaced by Ashley Birch. Since its release, Laura Bailey has gone on record to say she regrets missing out on the game, considering it was essentially Rise's story. Due to the commercial success of Persona 4 Dancing All Night, 2 sequels were announced for release on PS4 and Vita in 2018. But let's not talk about those. What we will talk about is that P4D got a PS4 port released in Japan on May 24, 2018, and worldwide on December 4, 2018. It was bundled with the special editions of Persona 3 Dancing Moon Knight and Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. It was a digital-only release and did not get a standalone PS4 digital release. You could only get it through the special editions of P3D and P5D. And that about does it for the history of Persona 4 Dancing All Night. It's definitely a special game and holds a very special part in my heart. Not a lot of people know this, but it is my favorite Persona game of all time. More than Golden, more than Persona 5 Royal. It holds a special part in my heart. The story is good, better than what I expected at least. The music is fantastic and has some of the best music in the entire series. The gameplay is addicting, it's so good, and it's one of the best rhythm games I've ever played. Anyways, that about does it for this video. I want to know what your favorite memories of Persona 4 Dancing All Night are, what your favorite songs are. If you can, leave a comment down in the comment section telling me about your memories of Persona 4 Dancing All Night and your favorite music from it. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure to bring you this video today, and I hope to do more in-depth videos about the development of Persona games in the near future. I'll see you guys later. King out.